that God will speak to them, you know, when you got saved. If I can say one other thing with that, Torben, you said something that was very interesting about Moses. Moses, when he leaves out of Egypt with his people, right? He takes them to the mountain. And why does he take them to the mountain? Because he wants them to meet God so they can know him, the God that he knew, so they can have an encounter with him, right? Because he had an encounter on that mountain with the burning bush. And here they are. He brings them to that instead of putting them into the promised land. And before they go through the desert, let's meet God. Now, the problem is that people, they don't want to meet God. They say, Moses, you can talk to God and we will just be down here. But now, this is what happened, and you talked about it. When they're in the desert, the people says, oh, I want to go back to Egypt. I want to go back to Egypt. Now, they were slaves, and they want to go back. Here's what I want to say. Moses, he had everything. But because he had had an encounter with God, he never once said, I want to go back to Pharaoh. I had everything. His focus was now on the promised land. But because he had had an encounter with God, that's why he said, hey, I don't want to go back, even though a lot of people will say this was amazing. I had the greatest life ever. No, I have met God. I know God. And that's why I don't want to go back. But the people in the desert, they never met God. They was afraid of him. And they said, no, 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 Pastor, you can talk to God. We don't want to talk to him. They wanted to go back to their old life. Right?
Oh,
so that's powerful. And I pray that people will have an encounter with God and they will get to know him before they get into the desert.